Good morning, Mothlings. How are you doing? We're a little late today. We're still gonna call it morning though. We have our official overseer, DJ Professor Podington. He's around. He's a man of many titles. Okay, so today we are going to play Death and Taxes, our favorite. I have we have some let's say test. We have some new things that we want to try. So, most importantly, good afternoon. So we have our new deck here. We have a lot of the same thing. You'll notice that we only have 3 White Orchids, only 3 Flicker Wisps. We went up to 2 Interrupters. That's the main change here. Other than that, we are running 1 copy of Shred Memory. So, Shred Memory, probably pretty good to exile things at instant speed. Black 1, that's fine. Like, it's probably good at what it does. It's here for the transmute. The one thing I'm not sure about exactly is how our mana is going to work, because it's black 1, so that's not great. But we can get Felia, we can get White Orchid, we can get Emperor. Those are all really nice. But once we start sideboarding, we can get Draniff Magistrate, which we can't normally recruit for. We can get Rest in Peace. Stony Silence, which we can never recruit for. We can get Wrath of the Skies. We can get Cathar Commando, which we could recruit for if Torpor Orb isn't out, which is the main point of that. We could even get Pest Control, right? I have to drop you. Oh, one sec. We'll pull up a bar stool. I'm gonna throw 5 minutes on, but it's gonna be way less than that. See, that wasn't so bad, was it? Okay. So yes, we have this deck. We have some changes. I don't know. I think chunks of it are good. I'm very curious to see if Shred Memory is good, but it's an exciting thing to test. I'm gonna drop the deck list in the chat. I still didn't get like the exclamation point deck bot. Like, I found it wouldn't install. It's a whole thing. I'll deal with that. For now, let's play some fucking Death and Taxes. Okay. We're in a league. That's really step 1. I got my spreadsheet all ready to go. Got that. Suck. Let's fucking go. I've got a monster. I'm not 100% sure that my dentist would approve of me drinking it. I don't care though. Okay. We're going. We're on the draw. We're on the draw versus for honor. Vile, 2 lands, 3 lands, Interrupter, Solitude? Sure. It's not a super strong hand, but it's a... We can keep it though, I think. Opponent Bloodstained Mire fetches. Steam Vents. So right now we're just going to assume that we're playing against... Yep. We're playing Breach. So, opponent fetches a Steam Vents, plays a Mox Hammer, plays a Bauble, plays an Emery, mills a bunch of useful stuff, like an Opal and a Bauble, and then casts a Preordain. Well, good job, opponent. That is much better than turn 1 I'm going to have. So we have Solitude Ephemerate. And that's going to stop us from playing that. Or they'll get him Opal. I think it needs speed, and I think Isavile is the way to go. We could Solitude Witch Enchanter Emery. I don't want to use it. I'm not going to use it. Okay, we're going to exile Witch Enchanter. Despite it being a useful card in this matchup, it's also 4. So the setup is a little more, like, in order to use it, we would have to... Oh, we're going to pass turn. In order to use it, we would have to... Like, we play it, and we can flash in a Wisp. Opponent plays Tammy. Opponent plays Urza Saga. I'm going to take up Vile. Draw Bogart. We can't play it this turn anyway, so we're going to fetch for a Godless Shrine. Pay 2 life. Blow up their Saga. I lied. I'm not going to blow up their Saga. Spell Snare. It's shitty. Spell Snare is good for the same reason we wanted Shred Memory in this deck. They attack with Tammy, they get a clue. Perfect draw off the top is going to be Flicker Wisp. Play a Bogart as a land. Flick it out, exile the graveyard, that would be great. Okay, their end step. We're going to take up Vile to 2. We draw another Interrupter. So we could play Bogart as a land, but I think it's important in this matchup, and that sucks. So we're just gonna hope they don't win. Okay, a construct. They're gonna make another construct. Missing that land drop. Not great. I guess I could have put out a... Could have put out the Bogart as a land. I think this turn, we still have that power. Kitten's got that wild look in her eyes. What the shit is that? Whenever you cast a historic card, draw a card. Well... Vile will tick up. Because that's where it needs to be. Emperor Bones. We got why is the second half of this card? Why does it say 612? Okay, whatever. We're gonna play a Emperor Bones. So they have a 6/6, a 6/6, a 2/2, a 0/1. So anything on their side, a Tammy. Let's get rid of their mobile. End the turn. So their board is looking pretty fucking rough. They cast another Beam Sheik. Okay. Opponent just looking to draw a card. Attack with Tammy. Make your clue. Bim can't be blocked. These are both 7/7, which is truly frightening. We'll vial in a Bogart Trawler. Exile the graveyard. Block one of the 7/7s. And take 7, 8, 9 to 2. Yeah, so now that... Give me land off the top. So Bim is lethal and can't be blocked next turn, presumably. Tammy flips. Tammy pluses. So we're gonna always know the vial. Draw a card. Okay. So here's what we can do. We can during their turn we can Emperor in the Solitude, flick it out. Well, they have no graveyard, so things aren't great. They're tapped out. They have 4 cards in hand. Take Solitude. Our primary tools here are Flicker Wisp, or just Flicker Wisp, actually. Move to attacks. Move past attacks. Move to end step. Opponent casts a Spell Bomb. That's fine. Combat! We could also Wisp in... Is that 3/3 now? Wisp in, Ephemerate. That wouldn't give them 14 life. Yes. Wisp. Blink out the construct. Okay. Black 1. Adapt. Welp. That's not good. That means we lose. Okay. Sideboard. So we just assumed that was breach. I mean, just because the... So we will bring in Dranet. So they can't cast things from the graveyard. We'll just bring in Kataki. Wow, a really good chunk of our fucking library. Or of our... Okay, I don't think we're bringing all of this in, but this is all pretty applicable. Honestly, even pest control. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut Vial. We're going to cut an Ephemerate. We're going to cut White Orchids. Now we have 63 cards. This does feel like a bit like over sideboarding. What? Oh. You know what? Let's just roll this and let's see what happens, right? We're going to take out the interrupters. We're going to take out an interrupter and a flicker wisp. I don't like it. I'm definitely overboarding here. But I want to see what happens. So I don't believe there were any significant misplays there. At least I didn't notice them. I'm always open to hear from y'all. So into my turn, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lands, Fatal Push, Skyclave, Kataki. I guess we keep that. That's... Play Shadowy Backstreet, Surveil. We're both starting with 7 cards. Kataki we're going to hold on to a little bit. Godless Shrine can go to the graveyard. Yeah, that was just fear. Opponent plays a Polluted Delta, passes the turn. Hey, Karma! Preordain. This is a significantly less terrifying starting turn. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna... They're tapped out. We're just gonna Stony Silence. They might have a force. Nope. Yeah, pass the turn. Pass the turn. I'm sad they didn't have their turn like last game. Honestly. Okay, I will play a Flood Strand. Yeah, we can't do anything about their saga right now. I think we pass the turn. We're holding off on the aggression here. End of turn. Crack the Flooded Strand. Take a planes. Pass the turn. Or into my turn. So there's a good chance this is going to get countered, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I feel like this is the move. Yeah, so we could play Kataki. But we actually kind of want to waste their 2 mana. If they... Oh, yeah, well. Opponent fetches. They're going to make a construct, which will be 3/3 next turn and will attack me. That'll be fine. They'll also probably make another one during their upkeep. Oh, sorry, I'm destroying it, right? We'll pass the turn. Score 1 for overboarding, right? Opponent preordains. Mox Opal that they can't use, and a Bauble that they can't use. They attack for 3. And we will take 3. They have 2 mana open. We really still don't have a whole lot to do aside from just fuck with their game plan. Play a Flooded Strand. Do we think they push Kataki? Or do we think they counter a Fatal Push? Well, I guess it makes more sense to cast Kataki. They might counter that, but we can hopefully get it back. Push the construct. I wonder if they would have pushed the construct, or if they would have countered the push. We'll pass the turn. We hit him for 2. Opponent fetches at the end of turn. And they surveil. New construct. So we will fetch at the end of their turn. And go into mine. Well, I don't really know what's happening with my deck, but attack with the Enchanter. Post combat, we cast a Witch. They can counter it, but they gotta be running out at this point, right? Destroy the saga. Consign, perhaps? Flame of a Nor. Well, that feels both desperate and I didn't know they had those in the deck, but it makes sense, I guess. What wizards do they have? I guess Tammy's a wizard before she flips. I mean, I guess... Oh. I presume Emery's a wizard? Wizard of the Lake, as we call it. Hey, look, Emery. It's a wizard. Emery could mill a little bit. Mill a little bit. Untap into my turn. Well, that's interesting. Attack with the Enchanter into the 1/2 Emery. Do the damage. Cast Skyclave. Eat Emery. Yeah, blinking that seems greedy. Those artifacts ain't doing nothing wrong. Opponent plays a spellbomb they can't use into my turn. Let's attack. Second main 1/2/3 recruiter. Let's recruit. So I do get a Solitude, which is great, or is something which is great. The biggest, however, the 1/2, I can play that land, I guess. Let's take the Interrupter. Play the land. Pass the turn. The really important bit is if they get rid of any of the 2/2s, then I still have lethal. Or if they just play a blocker, then as well. Oops, shit. I should have interrupted that. End of turn. We're going to fetch a Marsh Flats. Use a Marsh Flats. Fetch a Plains. Into my turn. One, two, three, recruiter. Now we're going to get Solitude. If they counter that, that's fine. We have the Interrupter ready. And then we're just going to swing right with everything. Opponent blocks with Tammy. And loses. Okay. Game 3. We're going to keep the same sideboard. The Interrupter was really nice to be able to guarantee what we were doing, but I'm okay with the sideboard. And I don't think we particularly oversided either. Game 3. This would be a really good hand if it had any land. Let's mulligan. 1 land, 2 land. 2 land, Stony Silence, Emperor Bone. 2 Solitudes, Witch Enchanter. That's a keep. I guess we're going to get rid of a Solitude because everything else is We could get rid of the Emperor, actually. Emperor's not doing anything against them. So they start with 7. I'm on 6. That's fine. Opponent surveils. Typical opponent. Beginning combat. End step. I will play a... Ooh, that is a very good card. We'll play a Marsh Flats. We'll pass to their turn. Don't expect to have to use the Ephemerate. We have Solitude Ephemerate, which is nice. Tammy, we can hit on the... the transform trigger. Beginning combat, nothing. Main phase, end step. Let's fetch and surveil. Take our back street. It's back, all right. That kind of needs to be land. We'll put another graveyard. Into my turn. We don't know if they have a force. If they have a force, then they will counter Stony Silence. But if they don't, then we will play Stony Silence. I'll bolt 1/2 Stony Silence, pass the turn. So next we want to draw... we would love to draw Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp would give us... destroy the Saga. Flip this with the Witch and destroy the Saga. Opponent attacks with Tammy, gets a clue. They can't use it, but that's fine. They still have it. It'll go well with their construct that they're waiting to make. Or it won't. That is now a very good... so if we don't pick a Wisp here, Wisp will get him off Saga, which is nice. If we don't get a Wisp, well, nothing, because Tammy's transformed now. So Felia with no turn 3, or with no land 3. We'll pass the turn. Literally everything in our hand is instant speed. What we want to do is play a Felia at the end of their turn. What we might have to do... Oh, great. If they're making an artifact, then they might have a land. Let's actually... We're going to cast Felia now before they draw land for a spell snare or anything like that. No blocks. They have 5 cards in their hand, which is quite a lot of cards, honestly. Felia... Tammy is -7. So we have a Felia. That... Oh yeah, that is a Flicker Wisp exactly as we wanted. However, without that third land, it doesn't matter. So if Felia attacks, gets Tammy back. Okay. Beginning of combat. Felia. Okay, I think that'll be enough. We'll attack with Felia. Blink out the construct. We're attacking Tammy and blinking out the construct. It's only 1. It's only 5. It's fine. End of turn. The construct does not come back. Also fine. Tammy pluses. They will draw a card off of mobile. So it can't be blocked. We're going to take 3. They play a land. They play an Emery. They're going to mill. They're going to mill, and we're going to end step. We're going to make some moves. Solitude exiles Felia. Evoke trigger on the bottom. We're going to exile Basim here. Ephemerate Solitude. Exile Emery. Yield the turn. Move into my turn. No targets. Draw for turn. Wrath for 0 is kind of fun, but none of that's useful. I would have loved as a fucking land. First. Okay, beginning of combat. Attack Felia and Solitude. Both to opponent. Flip out Tammy. That's fine. They are going to consider making a construct. Four, hey? Okay, what's your block? Why is it always Felia with you people? 1, 2, 3. I still need another land. Oh shit, Wrath of Skies would have. Solitude. Exiling Flicker Wisp. We could only sit without our fucking last land for so long. Give him 4 life. We're into Wrath for 0. I almost missed it. But this will get rid of Saga as well. Saga is important. Done. Okay. Tammy comes back and if no? Okay. Yeah. Tammy attacks for Nothing. I take nothing. Moving to my turn. They fetch. They're probably looking to flip Tammy again. They shock. Flame kills Felia. They draw some cards. They flip Tammy. They're gonna plus. Holy shit. Land 3 now that I've just eviscerated my hand. Well, let's do some damage. They do have 5 cards in their hand, which is not great. What do you tell end step? They play some 0 mana cards. They draw some cards. Now they're going to preordain and draw more cards. We are just hitting 5 minutes, which means we are getting into danger. Godless Shrine tapped. Nope. We haven't seen a Balemerc this game. Not a Balemerc. But oh shit, because of Tammy they won't actually trade. Oh yeah, they will. It's 3-2 versus 2-2. So they're not willing to block, or not willing to block, which is fine. Tammy ticks up. They cast a Mox. They attack for 2. Becomes 3-3. They play Tammy. End step. Balemerc. Now is not a great time, Balemerc. Black 1. Impend Balemerc. If they didn't counter that, yeah. Kataki is a good card. Solitude, exile Stony Silence. Exile Tammy. They're going to do something. They're going to kill. Well, this is very bad. They're going to draw a lot of cards. Tick down. Yeah, they draw a lot of cards. Only 19 cards left in their hand. So what we assume they have is a pile of counter spells. However, they only have one blue. This is going to get spell snared. That's what's going to happen. I've decided. But it's what we have to do, right? Sometimes you just gotta do the thing. Barrel mark ticks down at the end of my turn. Now what is that? That's 4. Thanks for the follow, Ravenlord. Oh, Ravenlord. Tammy ticks up. We're gonna take, let's say, 5 down to 6, and they get a +1/+1. So this is a 2-turn clock. I mean, unless they... Can they die from having no cards? Yeah. They cast a bauble. Oh, is Basim only once per turn? Ah, okay. Well, that makes it less likely they're gonna... makes it less likely they're gonna die from decking, right? Declare... Blockers. You get a +1/+1. You get a +1/+1. What is that? 5, 6? Fuck. I won't fetch because I think I'm at 1 if it goes as is. Oh, no. I drew a land, which is the worst possible thing, and they are going to make a construct and therefore not... You don't need to make a construct, opponent. Oh, okay, they made a construct. Okay, that's game 1. So I'm not sure what deck this is, really. It's kind of... I was thinking it was... I was kind of expecting it to be... I'm kind of expecting it to be Breach. But it was just kind of like Bazim good stuff. That said, Stony Silence worked really well. It's just for the... If not for the fact that we were only on 2 lands forever, that we... Yeah. They attack with their 10/10. No blocks. Yep. Once again, I don't think we did anything particularly terrible on this game. I think we were waiting for that land and we didn't get it. By the time we got it, we had exiled everything else that we needed to cast. So, yeah. What can we say? Anyone have a name for this deck? I guess we can check MTG deck. I've started seeing Bazim around, so I mean, I doubt it's just a brew. Wait. Gotta say, I like MTG decks better, but MTG Top 8 doesn't need you to log in. What's that? It doesn't need you to log in to search. I am an MTG Decks user. I have an account, and it's great. But if I have to fucking log in every time, like if I just go to search something and it's not there, or if it's not logged in, I'm just gonna go somewhere else, right? So what the shit is that thing's name? Basim Ishak. Okay, we have this. We play that. We play Modern. What do we got? Hey, people still calling it Breach. Or Blue-Black Basim, but... Which, Blue-Black Basim, that does not follow Wooburg order, and that's a bit annoying. Okay, this is absolutely the deck. We didn't see Breach. We didn't see Grinding Station. Let's assume they sided them out. Because we didn't see them and we saw everything else. We saw Flame of... Yeah. Okay. We're just going to call that Breach then. Ah! Why? Okay. Hold on, crew. Hold on, little mosslings. We're just doing something on the sheet, and then we'll be good to go. We'll run right into our next round. We just got to do all our paperwork correctly, you know? That. Da. Okay. That goes there. We're going to call that breach. Close that. Close that. Okay. I think we're ready. It's a fucking... Hold on, there's some bullshit happening on my side. Okay. So, that was breach. 1, 2. It felt good until it didn't. Nothing. Like, I don't think I have any real notes on the game itself. There's for sure things I could have done better. There always is, right? But more importantly, we didn't make any massive mistakes. And that's where we were before that, so... And so I did not feel like we overboarded. That's what I was worried about, but that was really it was significant, but it, like... And again, like any white cards we have extra, they just go away with... they go away anyway with Solitude. So, we have lost the roll, so we'll go first. I mean second, rather. And we're going to play against Yasta 29. 1, 2, 3 lands, Trawler. We can keep that. Scalding Tarn. For all we know, it's Breach again. We're in a decent spot here, though. The only thing we don't know is when the fuck we're gonna use this shadowy backstreet, because we have 1, 2, 3. We have some good plays. So we play a Flagstones, tap for the Aether Vial, and pass the turn. End of turn opponent fetches into an Undercity Sewers. So this could be Oculus. But I believe Breach would also... This has got to be Oculus. Yeah, there's a frog. That is fine. We like Oculus. Oculus is a good matchup for us. Whoop whoop. Welcome, Sharons. We're doing fine. How could you do poorly with such a deck, right? Frog. So normally we kind of want to wait till whatever. At this point, they're tapped out. We're probably... Yeah, let's shock a Growlithe Shrine. So they're tapped out. We want Felia now. I think we want Solitude now as well, which is kind of a waste of Recruiter, but... Five cards in hand. This is probably one of the better opportunities to... Solitude. Oh, Solitude. Okay, we're doing it. Goodbye, Recruiter. Evoke on the bottom. Exile their frog. Lose Solitude. Pass the turn. They discarded their Oculus, which tells us that they have a Unearth in hand. If they don't have an Unearth in hand, then we're going to just get rid of it next turn. Neat. Well, they have a counterspell for what it's worth. Yeah, we will go up to 2. That is not... So that Recruiter is not a 2-mana spell. 2-mana spell would have been great because then we could have forced their hand to do something while at the same time... So they have 2 mana. We'd either take the Trawler and try to get the Oculus, or we take the Recruiter. I think we take the Oculus. Or we take the Trawler. They will counter it. But next turn, Vial is up. So next turn we can Vial in Recruiter to get something a little better. Granted, Felia's better into Recruiter, but I think this is still the play. Like, if the worst they can do is kill it, they do one to the Trawler, which actually probably should have been better done to the Felia. Because now, we attack with the Felia, we blink out the army. Boop. And then they probably don't block because they would lose their Bowmasters. I'll pass the turn, though. We'll pass the turn. Leave them to their own being. They consider again. This probably means that they are waiting on their third land. They're looking for their land drop. My turn. We are going to tick up to the precious 3 setting on our Vial. This is our favorite setting. Interrupter. Well, I mean, they're tapped out, right? So let's take Recruiter. And we will recruit. What do they have? The Murktide considers unearths. Okay. Interrupter is good, but we have one. What about a Wisp? Wisps are good fallbacks. We'll take a Wisp. Beginning of combat. Felia attacks. Blinks out the Recruiter. Opponent, no blocks. Hits for 2. Second main, play the backstreet, surveil. Bailmerk will very much stay on top. End of turn. Oh, that doesn't matter. Bailmark, if they can sign this, that'd be great. They're gonna surveil one. Yeah, see, I could actually not. I could not search. What does that tell? Actually, I'm gonna not search. I'm in a good spot. What? What does that tell the opponent? Like, we're fine. No need for free cards. I know, right? But I mean, granted, if I draw it, or if I draw, that's literally card advantage, right? Well, that's a yeah. We can just take that one. That's fine. Like having not just like anything, but it's like having an extra card. Man, if this is a Murktide, it'll be, or if this is an Oculus. Aven Interrupter is so good. It's so good. Use Aven's ability. Yes, suck. Man, the Oculus matchup is just it's very good. It's very good. Okay, they're in step. We cast nothing. We will always know Vile at 3. We'll get our Bailmerk that we've. Black one and Penned Bailmerk. Yeah, we will absolutely use that. We will take a Solitude. I would have taken a Bogart Troller, but they just exiled their own graveyard. I guess I can appreciate that. We're going to begin combat. We're going to attack with all the things. Thalia trigger. Blink out Overlord. Swing for 3, 4, 5, 6. They yield the game. Yeah, that wasn't great. That wasn't great. Okay. Sideboard. Rest in Peace feels excessive. Although we didn't really use our graveyard that much anyway. We're gonna maybe Rest in Peace anyway. Mad Shikataki, Stone of Silence, Wrath, Thoughtseize. Thoughtseizes are not terrible. Take out a White Orchid. Take out an Ephemerate. Pass the turn. Or submit. Let's go. 1, 2, 3 lands. One's a fetch without a land drop that gives us a Surveil. White Orchid, extra land just in case. Yeah, I think we can keep that. It's not the craziest, it's not the most explosive thing, and Vile is a very, very important card to us. But we're fine. Opponent plays the Bloodstained Mile, passes the turn. That is an excellent card for us. We're gonna pass. We're gonna play a shock, or we're gonna boop. You know the turn. We're gonna play a fetch, and we're gonna fetch for Surveil at the end of their turn. Like so. Opponent, tap land. Tap land means no counterspell, although I haven't actually seen any like straight up counterspells in the deck, I don't think. Shadow Backstreet. We will keep a Flicker Wisp on top. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a land, and they are going to counter it. Oh, sorry. We're gonna play into our turn. We're going to play a land. We're going to play a white orchid. And they're going to counter it. But that's fine. Spell Snare. Oh, well, we should have probably played a Balemark, to be fair, but... Because it's... I was thinking about draining their hand of that card especially, but Balemark isn't 2 CMC, so... Either way, we're fine. I'm going to actually put that in... They're beginning combat. Balemark is not 2 CMC. No need to play around Snare. Yeah, that's a good. Okay. Into my turn. We untap. Now they definitely have counter spells up. They have 5 cards in hand, 3 mana open. What do we want? What do we want to bait them with? Yeah, right? I absolutely should have played it. I think, like, playing the Orchid knowing it was going to counter, but I didn't even think about the fact that... Okay, we are going to... We have nothing instant speed, but I guess there's no real need to do anything. Let's just pass the turn. I'm so on the fence about Recruiter. I think we're gonna pass the turn. We're gonna pass the turn. Second main, end step, pass the turn. Oh, I just realized why it was looking all weird. I didn't turn that on. Hey, look at that. My face has light. Opponent, frog. And no 4th land. I will play a 4th land. I will not use it, though, because I think the Skyclave is what we need to do here. 1, 2, 3, Skyclave. Stern Scolding? Yeah. That's fine. Arguably, Stern Scolding hits almost everything outside of our deck. Aside from, as Sean's pointed out, not the Overlord. They will buff their frog with an Oculus. I fear they remember last game, and they will not just let us exile that. But we'll take 2. They'll draw a card. There, and step. We'll fetch. Let's get some more black. Godless Shrine. Yeah. Oh, that was dumb. Don't shock if you're not going to use it. Okay, so... I wish we could Trawler and Balemark, but... If we... Okay, let's do this. We don't want to lose the Balemark, so we're going to lose the Trawler, because we can get the Trawler back through Balemark. Actually, we can actually do that. Okay. We're good here. Black, 1, 2. Trawler. Cast. get countered. Oh. Maybe consign, but maybe we just exile the graveyard. That's fine. Okay. Then we are going to bolt a witch. Pay black one for Baelmerk, which maybe they're going to counter. Let's... Okay, we're going to exile Recruiter to Solitude the Frog. And then get the Solitude back, although we want the Wisp. Stern Scolding. Four cards in hand. I think this is fine. Let's take... They can't jump the frog. We'll take a Solitude anyway. We can hard cast it next turn. Yield to the turn. Tick down our Merc to 4. Ah. Okay. I think I'm more willing to get hit by this frog than I am to get rid of Solitude and Flicker Wisp. Solitude we can hardcast. Flicker Wisp gives us our Baelmerk. Opponent's digging. That's fine. Okay, opponent, let's go. In their second main, they're gonna put things. Is that for a Murktide, I guess? I don't know why they would exile, why they would discard cards unless they're casting a Murktide. Or unless they were gonna recruit whatever they discarded, but they're not, because... Okay. Okay, okay. Well, shit. Now I'm gonna have to give them a bunch of life. That's about as good as that gets. Is there a way that we do this? 1, 2, 3, flick out the Overlord. It would come back at end of turn, getting us a white card that we can exile. Okay, so if I use these, if I use these, I get rid of both. If I use the Flicker Wisp, I get the Overlord and the Flicker Wisp, and get rid of both of those, which arguably feels like a better deal. 1, 2, 3. Wisp. Watch him bust out like a Subtlety or something. Flick out the Overlord. First main, beginning combat. Second main, Baelmerk will come back. So Baelmerk's back. We will, in fact, use Baelmerk. We're going to take that White Orchid right there. Yes. Take the White Orchid. Solitude. Exiling that same White Orchid. Looking for Subtlety. If it didn't come up before, it's certainly not coming up now, though. Evoke on the bottom. Exile the Murktide. Pay white. Ephemerate Solitude. Exile the frog. So opponent, yeah, opponent passes or yields the game. I was gonna say opponent, no cards in hand or 2 cards in hand, no graveyard, no creatures. That'd have been rough. Okay, so we'll take that win. A nice 2-0 versus Oculus, as is tradition. The matchup's so good, especially compared to where it was before. Like, it's always felt hard. And this was, now it does, absolutely does not. 1576. Okay. So that's 2 rounds in. I am going to kick you off to the bar. I'll be back, let's say about 5 minutes. So pull up a chair or pull up a bar stool. We'll be back in just a moment. Okay. We're here. Let's play round 3. So the first 2 rounds, breach, lost, win, loss. We were getting a little low on time there as well, but that's not necessarily why we lost. Like, we lost because we lost, but it was close. Ah, damn it. Still waiting. Sharns, I would say goodbye, but I'm fairly sure you are long gone. What? Why? Why? Okay. So we are on the play. This is right where we want to be. We are playing against Azuri09. We will take the play. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 lands. That's not amazing, but we have Felia, we have Emperor, we have... Yeah, we'll keep this. Everyone's happy with their 7. We don't have a first turn play. We're not going to bluff. We're just going to cast the backstreet. Surveil. Solitude is almost always a good card. Let's take it. Pass the turn. They will also do that, and they will out themselves as energy. They keep whatever it was on top. We will play a Plains. We're gonna get Felia out. End of their turn. I'll even do it. Look, it's their turn. We yield to the end step, and now I'm not gonna do anything. Bombardment. We'll bring in Felia. Well, that couldn't have gone any fucking better, could it have? Let's play a Bailmerk. Impended. We will use that. And we would like to get rid of the bombardment. Beginning combat. Move to attacks. Attack with Felia. Blink out Bailmerk. Pass the turn. Swing for 2. Felia trigger. Merc comes back. Merc trigger. Yes, and now we will take a Solitude. Pass the turn. Really slow, or fairly slow start for energy. Spyro. So I think we exile Spyro. Exiling Spyro now saves Felia. I mean, I guess they can just... No, it really doesn't, because they can just... Yeah, they could have just sacked it at that time, right? So beginning combat, off to end step. We will fetch. Taking a Godless Shrine. We will not pay the life. Into my turn. We gotta actually that maybe should have been a basic. We kind of revealed ourselves a little weak to Blood Moon at this point, but okay, they're just gonna give us the game. I don't know what was happening on their side, but whatever. So vials come out because vials always come in when wraths come in, or go out when wraths come in. So what else do we need here? Stony Silence is unnecessary. Rest in Peace is just for Flage. Kataki, Tyrannus, Qatar Commando. We'll take. We're not taking Rest in Peace. We'll take Fairy Macabre. We can recruit for it, and let's run like this. One, two, three, four, and a fifth. Azure has started with 7. I think we're gonna mulligan. This is better. So we will give up a recruiter. Yeah. Multi 6s. This is okay. Comment. Multi 6. Opponent. Shock Sacred Foundry. Plays a Guided Souls. Into our turn. Well, let's... Can we take a little damage to... Yeah, let's take a little damage. Marsh Flats. Fetch a Godless Shrine and Shock. And then we're going to push the Guided Souls. Shock. And yes, well, we can't cast White Orchid next turn anyway. With that swamp, I think we want to make sure we want to make ourselves ready for it, right? Opponent surveils. So, yeah, okay. We're just going to play land pass turn. We have a Solitude we hope we don't need. Bombardment didn't do him a whole lot of good last game, but still a very good card. That is about the worst draw we could have taken. Well, I mean, yeah, actually. I already had one. Even a Vial at that point would have been better. At least it's a road forward. I feel like this person is just having... They're either not playing energy, or they are playing a wildly different game. So they get 1 token. Jesus Christ. We draw an Interrupter, which is a great card. But not right now, it's not. Opponent plays a hasty monkey. Sure, they get a treasure, they get a solitude, actually. Okay, we want a land. That's not a land. Discard a white orchid, pass turn. So Felia is about to die. Oh, well. That's not even the death I had envisioned for Felia. That's sad. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opponent gets a plains and a treasure. That's not a third land either. That's really bad, actually. So we have one more time. Felia? They're going to discharge Felia. I'm going to exile the other white orchid. Oh, rags. 1, 2, 3. They have enough. Let's exile Ragavan. They bombardment because that's what they do. Now the exile doesn't happen. They don't gain life. That's fine. Now we evoke. Then Felia dies by the same way as last time. And then I take 3 down to 3. Another Spiral. They discard a card and get 2 life. Or get 2 back. That's fine. That was not great. But that was fine. I don't think there's much we could have done about it, really. But we will. This is like all terrible, except for the fact that Pest Control is here. And Overlord and Skyclave. It's actually a really good hand. Kind of. Hey, casting spells would be great. How you doing, Fat Caster Mage? Long time no see. Let's play Marshal. Let's pass the turn. We're looking to surveil at the end of the turn. I want them to have the most explosive fucking hand they could possibly have. Well, that's not it. Who play? Basic Mountain is not in even a little ways what I expected them to have. We will absolutely keep Felia. That's basically the only thing that could have made this hand better. So untap. We're gonna play Flagstones. Pass turn. If there's one thing I like, it's casting spells. Opponent, Arid Mesa fetch. I swear to God, if this is a Surveil land, I don't know what the fuck they're playing. This has been the slowest energy deck I've ever seen. Basic planes. They're playing around my Blood Moon, I guess. That's what's happening. Beginning of combat. End of turn. Most important, end of turn. We cast Felia. Yay, Felia. They discharge, which is, I mean, not great. That's 3 times in a row. Now, it's 3 Felia in a row that have died specifically to Galvanic. I'm starting to think they don't like my Felia. Play a land. I think Baelmerk is... so we can... We're going to Baelmerk and Wisp afterward, hopefully. Or Wisp next turn. We really could have just Skyclaved the Guide of Souls. I think there's merit to a plan of Skyclave Guide of Souls and wait on Baelmerk. Guide of Souls is a very important card in this deck. They will Surveil, and that's fine. Ajani. I forgot to write down the opponent Mall 6. Okay, whatever. So. Guide of Souls, I'm sure they're going to pay the 3 to make Guide of Souls 3/4. Then I will take 3. That's fine. End step. Another Baelmerk. So. Pest Control gets rid of things but flips a Johnny. We could play the other Overlord, hoping to get a... Yeah, we can play the Overlord, hoping to get a Solitude for a Johnny. And if we don't, we still have enough mana to play Felia at their end step. So we play a Baelmerk. We activate said Baelmerk. Let's take a Felia because they're going to kill the one I have. Yeah. That's fine. We can take 3, 4, 5, 6 next turn. Maybe. The Baelmerk army. They will begin combat. They attack with a Johnny? Yeah, that's fine. They don't have... Oops. Let's actually get something we can tap for mana. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we were going to... Ouch! That is a brutal fucking move. Who brings in surgicals? Okay, opponent. This is just Mardu with extra steps. Or with less steps, I don't know. Maybe they won't take the ones from my hand. No, my Felia. Ugh. Fine. Be thorough. See what I care. Well, I still get to fetch. To God's Shrine. Nope. Man, that was a really good surgical. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we take it. We take 6. We will play a land. 1, 2, 3, Skyclave. Take a Johnny. Move to second main with the hope that maybe they'll do something in the meantime. So. White black. Pest control. Okay. That's fine. Flage will hit that for some reason. I mean, I guess they can swing for 2. Swing for 2 is fine. Okay. Shred fucking memory. So, what do we want here? Honestly, we could probably just use it. So, Wisp, blink out the token. Keep up shred memory. Blink out the illusion. What? Why? Is there a setting where it automatically does the... I know if you hold W, it does that, but for some reason I'm clicking and it's just giving me... Okay, we're gonna... This is in here to transmute, but honestly... 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, opponent, let's go. Illusion's never coming back. This is... It doesn't exile or anything, right? Yeah, it just is a creature. Okay. So, Guide Souls. Let's assume that's what they drew. 1-2 is Johnny. Fucking energy, man. I can't blink I can't blink Balemark because it'll get exiled to Containment Priest. Or, well, like, okay, I guess they're gonna give it to flying, so that'll be the 4/4 Containment Priest. So this top card needs to be a Wrath, or I block with it. I'm just gonna take it. This is we're in danger zone, but Witch Enchanter is about the worst possible card we could have possibly drawn at this point. One, two, three. So if I block the Containment Priest next turn, well, okay, we're still going to live, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, Witch Enchanter. I mean, if they draw if they draw a fucking, oh shit! Okay, I was so dead anyway, but that was not what we needed to do. Don't pay your last 3 life. Good. I think that's good advice. God damn it. Stop paying attention for just a second. And suddenly you're giving away your last life. Yeah. I don't have any excuse here except that was just me not paying enough attention at the end of a game. I don't think that I had a real chance of winning that. And that said, I'm not one to give up games, and I would have played it out, and that was absolutely a play mistake. But at the same time, I feel a little better because it's at least it was fine. It was fine, right? It was fine. Okay. So, in the background, we are reopening Magic Online because we need to do that every single time. Then from there, we're just going to push on. I have like 3 bites of food and a couple sips of Monster. I think that will be... it'll be enough supplies. We will play a match. We will give us... wait, whoops. I do wish that Magic was a more useful game, right? Okay, I have a game. I haven't switched you to it yet. Wait. There it is. Yeah. Okay. We're at a game. We won. We're on the play. We won the die roll. We're against Ganyan. We will play first. 1 land, no vial. We mulligan. We have a first turn, or we have Solitude Ephemerate, which is a great thing. Okay, 1, 2, 3 if we want it. This is a good hand. We're gonna dump We're going to dump the Emperor because we don't have any black. Simple enough, right? We will get black, right? We will 1, 2, blow up flagstones. White Orchid. Or White Orchid blow. Actually, I think that means we can get rid of Witch Enchanter if we're already. It does kind of kneecap our Solitude. But it's okay. So, opponent has a stop set for upkeep, which suggests that they play control, but we don't know that. Opponent Arid Mesa, yay, energy again. Energy or Ruby? Energy. Good. We should definitely play. I want to joke 'cause I'm gonna say, yeah, we should definitely play energy over and over again. But honestly, it's good practice. 1, 2, White Orchid, blow up our own flagstones. We will take a plains. Okay. Yep. We will take a Shadow Backstreet. We will surveil. And I don't think we need another Bony. Bony M, as we say. Yield the turn. Opponent, Ocelot Pride. Gets a life, plays a land, kills my. Oh no, Ragavan. End of turn, they get a cat. Okay, they're at 6. So that's fine. Play a Marsh Flats. Solitude, exiling White Orchid, kills Guide of Souls. Emperor Bone, take Solitude, bring it in, kill the Ocelot Pride. It's not great in the way that it's not great. Black 1 Emperor. They are tapped out though, so exile White Orchid. Exile Guide of Souls. Lose the Solitude. Move to attacks. Emperor Bones, Solitude. Resolve that. Still beginning combat. Black 1 adapt. Becomes 4/4. Solitude comes out. Exile Ocelot. Attack with both. No blocks. Down to 17, gain 3, pass the turn. Exile Solitude, sadly. One card in hand to their 5. That's not great. But they surveil. Surveilling seems okay. I mean, granted, they have 2 mana. I don't know how much they would need. Goblin Bombardment. Play Flooded Strand. That same Flooded Strand we probably should have kept in our hand, but Get an Emperor Bones. Oh, you know what? Neat. I didn't think about exiling that, and we probably shouldn't have. But it's interesting that it does. You can adapt. It just doesn't give you any more plus one counters. So we have Felia. One, two, three, Flage. They could 1, 2, 3, Flage, kill the Emperor, and then sack the cat, I guess. We're just gonna take Rags. They get a treasure, they get a godless shrine. That's fine. Now they 1, 2, 3, Flage. Yeah, now they 1, 2, 3, Flage. And then sack the Flage to kill it. Their end step, they still have the bombardment. They get an Ajani, they get a cat. There's a lot of not great things happening right now. Yeah, they're gonna flip Ajani. They plus 0. They get a cat, and they do 2 damage to White Orchid. So Felia. Okay, they are at least at 0, at one card in hand. So I could play the Felia, it'll die. Just as simple as that. So Shred Memory. Transmute is a sorcery. I'm at 16. Shred Memory, Flage. Black, 1. Transmute Shred Memory. Despite Flage. Oh, this is game 1, hey? Yep. Well, we'll take Felia. So, yeah. That was less good at game 1. So they know I have a Felia. Cats feed dogs, you know? They will. Oh shit! City's Blessings up. They will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to me. Then they're gonna attack. Play the Felia that they know about. Block Ragavan. Into my turn. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's game. We'll pass the turn. We'll let them use a little time. Basically, they need to attack with these 3. Well, they don't even need to, basically. They can. At most, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Add a creature. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Right now, they could do 18 damage to me. Which is arguably more than I have. By the way, I haven't really been paying attention that much. What are we listening to? I mean, it's a partridge. This is super good, actually. But it's certainly not suitable for anything we're doing right now. It's going to play Felia and then concede. Okay. Game 2. We're just going to sit here. We're going to sit here and think about what we did. No, we're going to go to... Ah, this is a good one. We're going here. This is where we're going. Let's do it. Vile's out. Pest Control, Wrath. Both cards we could have gotten with our Shred Memory. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that what? Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we want a rest in peace for something? Let's do a rest in peace for an interrupter. I will play first. We could have played that. This is too good. We need any mana source. Like Godless Shrine. I think I need to get rid of a Solitude. They have a nasty habit of killing our Phalia. Shrine tapped past the turn. Opponent Guide Souls past the turn. Not great. So, we need our rest. If we need our rest, that means Solitude's exiling Phalia. We can take one from Guide Souls, but if for some reason Post combat, we want them to cast a Johnny. Excellent. We're gonna let that resolve. Now we're gonna let them gain a bunch of life. Solitude, exiling Felia. Evoke on the bottom. Exile Johnny. Let that resolve. Ephemerate Solitude. Exile Guide of Souls. They get a cat token. And we go to my turn. Yeah, I think that's probably worth it. There's no attack. A 2-1 into a 3-2, like there's no attack I have, so I may as well just blink Solitude one more time. It doesn't matter if they gain 2 life. I draw not a land, and I'll pass the turn. This is the second game. Oh, this is the second game. It's the second game that we've had been stuck on lands, and that's once last round, once this round. And this hurts. Man, with these 2 in our hand, this is just fucking... This is painful. Solitude's just gonna hang out. So what do y'all think? 1 land hand at 6, or should I have gone to 5? I think there's a pretty good chance that at 5 we would have ended up with a 1 land hand as well. Opponent bolts Solitude. I think we can take 3. That's fine. Another Guide of Souls. Godless Shrine. We will pay 2 life. So White Orchid has first strike. Otherwise, we do Felia, Overlord. I think Felia and Overlord next turn is good, which would mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's assume the 6, 7 off Guide of Souls. Otherwise, if we don't do White Orchid this turn, then what we do is we Solitude Guide with the White Orchid. Evoke. Kill the Guide. Just get ready to take 4. Yield through our turn. Opponent 2 cards in hand. One, two, three, 4. We're 1 card shy. Yeah, we're 1 card shy of Flage. That's not a good place to be. Showdown. Exile the top 4 until then. The next turn you can play whenever you cast a spell this turn. Okay. Okay. Bring in Felia. block an elemental, and take 3. Black, black. Bailmerk. Yep. Take a Solitude. Play a Backstreet. Surveil. I mean, next turn they can play Thraven Charm. If they play Thraven Charm, they don't play Flage. I guess we grave that. Swing with Felia. Blink the Overlord. They can't play this for free, no? Okay, that's fine. So, we swing for 2. End of turn. We get Overlord back. We will, yes, get Overlord back. Where are we at? Let's get something white to exile, right? We got a recruiter we can exile. Or cast, you know, who knows? Let's see. Every single mode on that is actually really good. Okay. We take 4. Down to 6. They may as well play Onslaught Pride. Honestly, the Bombardment was probably the better play. Static Prison. Well, I guess our Wrathus guys now gets rid of the Elemental, the Onslaught Pride, and Static Prison. That's pretty good, right? 1, 2, 3. Wrath for 3. X is 1. Yeah. X is 1. Okay. We're going to just go ahead and get rid of some target cards here. Let's go to Flage. I don't care about anything else. There's 2 Ocelot Prides in there. I don't think they even return things. Go to the Thraben Charm. That's fine. The cat. You fucking cat. Okay. 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 3 cards in hand. Hasty boy. Aww. I like Felia. Why do they always gotta just kill my Felia? That's a hasty galvanic discharge. Get out of here with that. They cast Felia. Exile Spiral. And I really have so much trouble with this matchup, this energy matchup. I don't... Oh yeah, it's hasty. Funny. I don't know if I just need practice on this, or yeah, I mean, I need practice on this, right? That's how Magic works. I'm gonna draw a card. It's yeah, it's good enough. I mean, that's evoked anyway, right? Let's. Doesn't matter. I don't think we're at a world where that matters. Yield the turn. Opponent. Attack. Blink my White Orchid. I mean, they can. It's probably still smart. They lose a land, I lose half my life, right? Yeah, that's fine. Yield through their turn. White Orchid's going to destroy something. They don't care. I need to top deck something that deals with Dysphalia, and they have 2 cards in hand, so really. Plains. Oh, there's a plains. Always a fucking land. We will concede. Well, that's loss. So now we got a loss to Breach, we got a win to Oculus, and then energy 2 losses to Energy twice in a row. Modern is fun, right? We love Energy. Okay. So. One more game for the day. I'd say. Are we good? I think we're good. Let me check. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So, last league of the round. Last round of the league. That's correct. By the way, the mail came. New Fairy Macabres. I was really surprised I actually ordered them in English, but, you know. We're new. Okay, so. Long gone are the heady days of. The heady days of our 4-1s. We're looking for 2. We're trying for 2. We are on the draw. Against a Cassaja. Yeah? Sure. Yeah. 1/2 land, multiple Felias and a Baelmerk, but no black. Yeah. Yeah. We can keep this. On the play. Man, what a fucking. What a meta day we've had. First, we play. First, our league is rounded or is bookended. Oh, it's not quite bookended. Trawler. We can play Trawler for black tapped Yeah, we don't need that. That'll save us 3 life. Nope. Pass the turn. So we have two. We do have two Felia, right? However, we don't want to use them. Okay. There you go. They get a frog. Honestly, couldn't care less. Marsh flats. Well, let's play the. Let's save that for the possible surveil. Play Felia while we can. They can still remove it during their turn, but they can't remove it any more right now than they can during their turn. So if they try some bullshit, we can Solitude Witch Enchanter. Solitude Exiling Witch Enchanter. But we don't really want to do that. They're going to block. What happens now? They're going to block. They discard cards. I Solitude. And they counter it. And then next turn we do the same thing. I think we can take this damage. Psychic Frog deals damage. They draw a card. That's fine. They're going to use 1 blue for Thought Scour. They're looking for for counter magic. Now, things are harder. Only Flooded Strand left means they have Stern Scolding, maybe. Play Marsh Flats. Play an Impended Bailmerk. Waiting. Merc resolves. We will take nothing. Because that's... Okay. Opponent concedes the game. Yeah, I mean, we're still... Take a fairy. For a White Orchid. Let's take the other White Orchids out for Thoughtseize. For 2 Thoughtseizes. No land at all. Let's mulligan. Flagstones into Flagstones Felia. Okay, we will ditch Shred Memory. Opponent will fetch for Watery Grave Thoughtseize. Oh, that's fine. Let's see what they take. Probably Felia. Oh, okay. Play Flagstones, pass the turn. Thought Scour. Opponent plays a Surveil land. We assume with their thought scouring, they were in fact looking for something that wasn't a survey land. So maybe no more lands in their hand. Okay, I will play one and pay one. Choose the untapped flagstones, fire flagstones for its mana fixing surveilling abilities. Get a backstreet, surveil, graveyard, the apparition, graveyard the apparition. Pay a second one. Play a main phase Thalia. Pass the turn. Opponent's thinking, or the lag is thinking, I don't know. Opponent, polluted delta, fetch into an island. Island shows they're a little bit worried about their life total. And they will push Thalia. Well, that's fair. Then they will tap out. I'll just cast another Thalia. They will play a really big Murktide, which is not great. Into my turn. Okay, we're gonna take 8 either way. Oh no, I guess we can... They're gonna go up to 24, and that's not great. But we are gonna recruit. Recruit. Get ourselves a Solitude. I would love to have, like, drawn a Wisp there, right? I could let a 3/3 just hang out. But 8/8 is a bit much. Opponent is thinking. I mean, no mana left. ETB on the stack. Yeah, I would love to take that. We'll take a Solitude. Exile Witch Enchanter. Exile Murktide. Goodbye, Solitude. You've served us well. No attack, no attack. Pass the turn. In fact, I'll pass your turn too. 4 cards in hand, 3 in graveyard. No board. Opponent 1/2 Tainted Indulgence, which I've never seen played in any use. Oh, Tainted Indulgence into... That's pretty good. That's pretty good. My upkeep, they're going to manifest some Dread. One turn too late. We are going to get a Trawler. Wow. Okay. I think that we are still in a good place. If we take 7, do we 1, 2, 3? We're gonna cast this. Black 1/2 Trawler. Exile their grave. Pass the turn. No attacks, and we're gonna take 7 next turn. Or we could probably trade. We could probably trade the Trawler for the Manifest. Okay. Beginning combat. Opponent swings for 5. I'm just going to take 5. End of turn. Let's fetch. May as well have another black source, right? Take a Godless Shrine. And we will not pay life for that because that would be stupid. Definitely not something we did earlier. Opponent is going to manifest some dread. This is going to become a serious problem. So, Baelmerk. Well, they have counter magic. So I think we want to... We really want to exile this fucking... We want to exile this. No combat. Yeah, I think our only hope is to try and sneak in Felia. Right now. Wait, what the shit did they just do? Oh, they have another... Oh. Not great. So 2 Oculuses. Oculi. I take 10. They push Felia. This is going to have to be a really good top deck. So it's probably going to be a land. Right? They manifest some dread. Yeah, it is a land. Yay! So, concede. Let's double check. Impend Baelmerk gets some. No, let's do this. Let's Impend Baelmerk. If they counter this, game is over. It's pretty over anyways, actually. Yeah, it's actually over. If they... I could have cast it at full size. Yeah, we'll just concede the game. Let's go into... We are... We're going to lose... Actually, hold on. This is game 3. Apparitions weren't super useful. And I guess we're just rolling with this. I would like to play first. One land, 2 land, none of which is black. Felia, Thoughtseize. Well, we'll keep it. It's not a strong hand, but it's a hand. It'll do the job. Opponent starts with 7. So, we will... Let's play... Enchanter tapped. Nope. Pass the turn. Opponent, Scalding Tarn, pass the turn. Well, we will play Flagstones. Probably play Felia at the end of my turn. We're going to play Felia as soon as they crack that fetch land. Beginning combat. Second main, into my instep. Opponent cracks. It's time for Felia. And we'll pass the turn. So the perfect draw right now. Like the draw needs to be... That's a frog. That's fucking great. Oh, it's not a frog. Shoot the sheriff. Okay. Luckily, I have come prepared. Shred memory. Let's play Felia again. They're tapped out. No countering this time. Yield the turn. A lot of black cards in our hand here. Aw. Opponent Thought Scours. Opponent Thought Seize. Yeah. I have got nothing to hide from you, opponent. Bailmerk is the obvious choice. So if I get another land, it gives me Apparition, which isn't super useful right now. If I get another black land, which I didn't, it would give me all of the other things. So... Do we just attack with Felia? Apparition gives us nothing. I like the idea of making Felia bigger, but honestly... More than that, I like the idea of using Skyclave. Okay. We swing for 2 past the turn. They consider. I don't know why everyone wants to kill Felia. They're going to get something big out of their graveyard. Or using their graveyard, rather. Okay. Tapped out Oculus. That's fine. We can Skyclave that. Well... We Skyclave it during our turn, which would leave them with a... Yeah. Fine. Opponent, manifest dread. I get an ephemerate, which is actually a very good draw. I would have liked to land as well. So the question is, what are the chances that the other side of the manifest is a creature? Four cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I fear badness. Felly is attacking. Blink off their manifest. Let's see what you got. Oh. Yeah, that's not where we want to be. So I guess we are going to Solitude. Exile Skyclave. Oculus. Blink it. Just have it. End of turn, they are going to get their frog back. Which is not great. Way down some black mana here. No blocks. They would draw a card. Unearth. Oh, they cycle Unearth. They pay black. They push Felia. End step. Rebound trigger. Blink Solitude. Exiles the frog. Vial, I would say, is the worst card we could grab, but of course, the Thought Season, all that, they're all the worst card. Opponent considers their options. We yield off their turn. Thought Scour. Opponent pays black for the Oculus. We will tick up the Vial. They will manifest Dread. Yeah, I draw a card. Jesus fucking Christ. Pass the turn. Well, no attacks, opponent. No attacks. Why is it always a land? Well, I don't care. They can look at my hand. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I take 7. They manifest Dread. We take a Vial. And we will draw an Interrupter. Not great. Not great. Interrupter is a very good card. But it's not going to stop these. And yeah, we're just kind of running out of time here. They flip into a frog. They're gonna attack with everything. We block the manifest. It was a Bowmasters. Oh shit. Probably should have interrupted that. Tick to 3. They manifest dread. Man, I don't see any way we could have won this. This is really just disappointing magic. I mean, that's fine. This is a winnable game, but this has just been terrible mana. Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't attack with everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10. Even without the... Yeah, we're dead. We block that and then concede. Or do we just wait for them to... Yeah. I had a card in my hand. Maybe I could have done something. I mean, I couldn't have, but maybe I could have. Okay. Well, that's 1 and 4. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. Honestly. Hold on. Let me put you. We're gonna let's do a quick wrap up. Oops. Do 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 do. Or as the music would say, do 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 do. That one. Yes. Okay. So this is our deck. We had serious problems today. Today we had really bad land problems multiple times with not getting lands and with not getting the right color lands. I don't know what to do about that. There is another build which we tried and actually I wasn't super into, but basically the other build takes out white orchids, it takes out flagstones. It runs more fast lands. It runs, I think, even another Godless. It runs another Shadowy Backstreet. It loses white orchids, or I think it keeps 1 white orchid and then like 2 in this side, which we don't have tons of space for either way. Flagstone's white orchid didn't do a whole lot this game. Like there was 1 game it ramped in, but it's basically irrelevant every single game. That said, we played against Breach, we played against Oculus twice, and we played against Energy twice. This is literally the 1, 2, and 3 meta decks, highest meta decks. Yeah, Breach we can. Let's go through the mistakes. Let's go through the decks. We have Breach. We lost 1 lost. The only note we have is on our mulligan. Game 2, we have win-win. We fucked up big time the second game. You don't need to play your own snare if you have a Bailmerk, and you shouldn't shock if you're not using it. Neither of these were game-breaking mistakes, as you can tell by the fact that we won, but it's sloppy play, right? Next, we have our first energy matchup. We won the first game. We mulliganed to 6 the first the first game. The second game, we actually paid our last 3 life with a bolt land. Weren't even thinking. Clicked yes. Honestly, the game was pretty much theirs at that point anyway, but we didn't need to give them the game. The next was the second energy matchup. Game 1, we went to transmute shred memory as we had hoped, but it was game 1, and so we didn't have Wrath of Skies or Pest Control or Rest in Peace. And so we didn't, right? So we got nothing. Yeah, then game 2 we just lost. Then the Oculus, we won the first one, the second we mulliganed and lost, and the third one we lost. And there's not really a lot of big mistakes that we had. It was just really bad land. But like we say, that happens sometimes.